Admit all. And I have to, in order to record, I have to do all this stuff. I was so happy to receive a message on WhatsApp. This guy, yeah, this Ashok is not here. So this guy, he met me in 85, 86. He's a great singer and a musician and a composer in India. So he sent me a couple of the pictures with 50 or 60 people. He is guiding meditation. It is not that I have taught him. I was so happy because he is evolving. So when you receive this knowledge and you apply it, that revelation will take place. And it should be. You should not. Besides, you may have any profession because you are communicating your thought, speech, and action is now completely clear, and it is with reference to the real self. So he wrote to me that he is still teaching what meditation practices I was teaching in 90s. It has nothing to do with me, but I'm very happy that you reveal, you get an urge, you aspire because of the clarity of the mind. That is what we are talking, happiness and the wisdom. And this is all about the three steps, the ninth step, the 10th step, and the 11th step, which I'm not talking directly because there are uh, lot of what you can say, the uh, lot of lot of delusion is attached to it. So I'm trying to make it clear first. So what we are going through is understanding the ninth step, the 10th step, and the 11th step. But focus is again on the happiness and the wisdom. Do you want a mathematical equation, Terry? No, you don't. No, we should get it, some simple mathematics from 1 to 8.
Okay, all right.
All right. There is only one absolute reality, whether you say it is the real self, whether you say it is the supreme consciousness, whether you say it is absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. But I see myself here, I see you there. So that duality, there is already a duality. So if there is one duality, we have millions of duality. Husband, wife, pain, pleasure, high, low, duality. But who created this duality? Duality is created by the digit number three. What is this three? Three is the three is the Maya, three is the guna, three gunas. Oh, the three gunas makes me the doer and the enjoyer in seeking pleasure outside. Answer is yes. But how do I perceive it? By four. What is for mind, memory, intellect, and ego? Number four. And this four, so because the four creates a delusion. So if we have the four goals in our life, and until we reach to the fourth goal is the freedom from the liberation. We are always engaged and deluded by the first three goals. But how it happens? It happens because of the five. What is this five? Five elements, 5 sense organs, 5 motor organs, 5 types of prana, mathematical, 5 types of. But what happens? It gives the 6 enemies to the mind. Now 6. It also gives you 6 treasures of the mind and the 6 enemies of the mind. What about 7? Oh, the entire body is composed of 7 factors. And then we land up into the 8th factor. Let us hold on up to the 8th. I will complete 9 also and 10 also. Here I am, there you are. Mind is perceiving the duality, and that is the division. Do you see? But I don't inquire that why I have an experience that here I am, there you are. Why? Because of the 3. What is 3? Gunas, Maya, delusion. It takes years to reach to that state, to reach to the 8 figures. Can I give you an example? A boy and girl meets, soulmate. What is soulmate? It is my experience. Is it? Okay, good. So after a few years, they become soulmate. That is also my experience. So I have 2 layers of experience, and there is a knower of these 2 experiences. I forget the knower of these 2 experiences. I get involved. Oh, soulmate. Hi, soulmate, honey, yes, you are everything for me. After a few years, you are nothing for me. I never take into account that they are my experiences. I'm different from them. And the moment I'm different from them, I have no problem. Did you get it? Even if you don't get it, we are continuing the journey, so don't worry about it. Do you understand this point? Here I am, it is my experience. There you are, it is your experience. I'm beyond that. What is beyond that? That is what the real self is. That is the true wisdom. that is that is the true wisdom. It is here and now. It is here and now. Well, we all are seekers, we are going deeper. So I have to talk purely in terms of the Eastern wisdom. All are my experiences, an experiencer. That very knower is independent and different from it. But why it happens? Why it happens? You have left number 1, you are following from number 2 to number 8. That is mathematical equation. By wisdom, by understanding, we change this perception. When you change this perception, the life changes, behavior changes, attitude changes. You are awakened. We use the word, we are awakened, realized. We can use any word. So the role of a teacher is to explore with the seeker the balance between the wisdom and the happiness. Two, where there is a doer, there is an enjoyer also. There are many tools. Pain and pleasure is also there. Husband and wife is also there. Soulmate and soulmate is also there. High and low temperature is also there. Hot and cold. Many types of duality. Is there any hot and cold? We talk about 120 degree Fahrenheit. It's very hot. Can I rename it that it is less cold? 0 degree Fahrenheit. It is more cold. Look at the mind makes me crazy. Soulmate, soulmate. Now apply that. You drop your experiences. I'm independent. Are you getting it? So the role of a teacher is to explore the balance between this wisdom and the happiness. And the role of a seeker is to continue to enhance, refine the understanding how to settle into that happiness and wisdom. What happens? Emotional quotient or emotional resilience, IQ goes, a mental state is calm because now you are not running after those six enemies. How it happens? By talking, by passing on this knowledge, by using the metaphor, by helping our mind to understand. Don't think that, I'm stupid, I'm very intelligent. That is why you are in dualities and divisions. That is why we are suffering. Are you getting it? It has nothing to do with intelligence. It's a common sense approach. We have to understand how this entire universe and the world around me, my experiences, my pain and pleasure and duality and a conflict is with me. But I'm only one. You have to leave from the number 2 to number 8. You're done. But leave it, you have to leave it from the mind. You have to drop it from the mind. That is all. You have not to identify with it. That is all. That is the only thing that we have not to identify. They will continue to live with me. They have to be with me. How can I do transactional any transaction in the world? There's these digits, came to me early in the morning. I said one, and then what is two? And then what is three? And then what is four? I'll develop this metaphor gradually. Happiness and wisdom. Happiness and wisdom. Doer and the enjoyer. Do you want to understand that doer and enjoyer? A moth is attracted by the light. I am attracted by a girl, soulmate, but I don't see the pain behind it. So moth is attracted by the light. It is going to be burnt. I don't see. uh, so I will leave my honey from today. No, I'm not saying to do anything outside. I have to understand that duality of the pleasure and the pain, that doer and the enjoyer. You have to drop that from your four. What is four? Mind, memory, intellect, and ego. They work over me. They work over number one. What is this? We will talk in detail on Saturday's session. That is superimposition. What we are doing, we are desuperimposing. Keep smiling, don't be so serious. Otherwise, I will be in stress. So you see, happiness and wisdom. It is present here. Doer, the moth. I'm getting attracted, soulmate, but I don't know I will be burnt. It is both with me. So every master says the entire universe consists of the dualities and divisions created by the mind because of the five elements, five sense organs, etc., etc., etc. I fall prey. I'm caught by the delusion. I'm living in ignorance. So the moment I live in ignorance, I'm suffering. I think Ashok and Sanjeev, that music composer, singer, they both met me at the same time. Because it is not that you start adopting that profession, because you are doing the practice regularly, and Sanjeev perhaps revealed. He sent me the pictures, and I saw more than 50, 60 people, his guiding meditation. It's a revelation. It's not that I'm his teacher. Every teacher says, oh, now this guy, I have already passed on some wisdom to this guy, and that my job is done. That is how we feel. It is not that you start giving a lesson, but internally in your family, in your relations, with your friends, with your just son, with your daughter. Only one, only one is expressing in the transactional world through that is a positive aspect from the number 2 to number 8. What is this? This is freedom. This is awakening. I'm just putting everything in perspective. So this is what we learn in the ninth, 10th, and 11th step. But foundation is the first 8 steps. Internally, you are following, whatever the profession you have, it doesn't make any difference. What happens? You have a higher increased awareness of how immediate pleasures do not equate to the lasting happiness. You drop the doership inside coming from the fourth. Do you know what is fourth? Forget. And then, so what exactly happens? You experience the higher level of awareness. When? Here and now. Do you? I believe that you might be getting it. I'll talk about this a couple of times. So what happens? You instantly recognize the moth is not self-conscious. It does not recognize what I am doing for the sake of pleasure, but I'm going to be burnt. We don't say in the summer, millions of moths are attracted to the light, and when you open the door and you see, oh, millions of moths are died. One master says when you are seeking pleasure, you are preparing for, moth is preparing for death. That's a different ways, different approaches master teaches us. So balancing the happiness and the wisdom. Have you not seen that? I have changed my expression also in these sessions. Yes, I have to do it. So balancing happiness and wisdom is very important. I gave that example. It's a dance of wisdom and the happiness together. Moth cannot recognize. I recognize. I recognize my perception has changed. My perception has changed, so my expression has changed. My thought has changed. My responses has changed. My attitude has changed. It is not that, I will leave, I will not marry, I will remain single. They are crazy people. If you have not changed inside, I have to qualify that statement. Understand this. I have lot of problem. Are you coming to my house? Yes. Over a drink, we will solve the problem. You are creating a problem by taking a drink, and you want to solve the problem. Then you both get intoxicated, and in intoxication, the intellect is already gone. You are already in delusion, and you find a solution. You rightly said that I will divorce. Divorce it. Are you getting it? Is it number 128? Terry said, no, 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 don't talk about mathematics. Are you weak in mathematics? Okay, okay, that is why. I'm also very weak in mathematics. Think this. That happiness is not too far, it is here and now. So when I say the dance between the happiness and the wisdom, it is a delicate balance between the two. Sometime when I'm seeking the happiness that is within me, my mind will push me that, oh, this is the happiness. But fact is that it is a pleasure. And that is why it takes a time. Seed, do you remember? Seed does not become a tree overnight. If you think that seed will become a tree overnight, the knowledge is like a seed. It cannot become a tree overnight. Sanjeev might have reached to that evolved stage, but I could see his expression when he sent me. And I thought that I am sitting there, balancing. One more thing, you see, one more aspect. You have to collect all those aspects, pinpoint these aspects from the last 5 sessions and another 5 sessions. I'm explaining this. And then when I will say that this is what master says, this is the 9th, 10th, 11th session, you will not, 9th, 10th, and 11th step, you won't believe, oh, this is it. Yes, this is it. The way I explain, Sarve Sham Swastir Bhavatu, may there be happiness for all. What the heck, I'm already in stress. Why should I seek happiness for all? No, it is something else. That is what the 9th, 10th, and 11th step is. So here, Master clarifies uh, tark. In Sanskrit, we say tark. Tark is a reason. So our master says there is a right logic, right reasoning, there is a wrong reasoning, and there is a reasoning for the sake of reasoning. Here is a wall. So, yes, it is a wall. I also see it finished. It's a pure, simple logic. Why it is a logic? Because this is a wall, this is not a monitor. I have to sharpen my mind with that perception. Oh, yes, yes. Now I understand. Oh, it's a neutral logic. I, then there is a wrong logic. What is wrong logic? Oh, come to my house on a drink, we will solve both our problems over a over a glass of vodka. How can you solve the problem when you go with the problem? Why you take vodka? To solve the problem, because I'm already frustrated. How the frustrated mind can result into a solution? That is a wrong logic. In the right logic, we say it goes with depends on the cause and effect. You validate what you observe, you understand it with clarity. What I observe, I am here, there you are. Let me observe. Who says that there are two? There are so many. Who says it? Mind. But why it says it? I'm validating my observation. I'm falsifying my observation. So those people who say it has to do with the transcending the body and the mind, no. I have to rely for facts on the observation by the senses. I have to rely on the actions taken by the motor organs. That is the real Eastern wisdom. If you think that, it is transcending the body, man, close your eyes. What do I see? I see the blue color and the orange color. I have seen a lot of energy. You are again seeing the name and the form. And number one is the pure consciousness. It is without name and the form. Where are you? Where are you going? You're falling again into a trap of illusion. How can you find the real self? Happiness and wisdom. Balance, delicate balance between the happiness and wisdom. Are you getting it? Or yes, I believe you're getting it. Understand that. Moth, again, take the same example. Moth is not self aware. I am self aware, but I give overemphasis on the pleasure. When I give overemphasis on the pleasure, today you are my honey, tomorrow, second person is my honey. Overemphasis on pleasure. Are you understanding that? Are you understanding? Overemphasis on the pleasure. So, two wings of the bird. One wing is what will be the result? First pitfall, like a moth, which overemphasis on the pleasure, and moth does not know. The moment it approaches the light, it is a hot, it will be burnt. That is the meaning of seeking pleasure from the world outside all the time. That is why the mind is occupied, and that is why suffering comes with it, death comes with it. Moth. I'm still stressing on that point. From today, I will not do anything for the sake of a pleasure. So I will stop. I will go to the Himalayas. I'll become a monk. Then you are the craziest person. You have to change inside. You have not to change outside. I have to educate and empower our mind again and again that overindulgence in pleasure claimed as a happiness is not true. Based on observation by the senses, by the mind, by the facts. Am I clear? What it has to do with the meditation? Your mind is already clear now. You're not changing. But how you are not changing? You have applied the wisdom. And from that wisdom, second wing, you are making the second wing stronger. And excessive intellectual reasoning is also causing the dryness. That is why we say common sense approach. Excessive intellectual reasoning. Here it is a wrong logic. I gave an example. Come over for we'll have a drink and then we'll find a solution. Your honey is causing a problem to me. You take another breath. Or your honey is also causing a problem. You take another breath. What will be the solution? Hi, you're an attorney, so let us sit together and I have to divorce. Just it does not mean only the marriage, in any relationship, in any activity, in any activity. I'm saying it. So what happens? Excessive intellectual reasoning. So I clarified you, right logic, wrong logic, neutral logic. Your honey is walking. What I have to do? I have to do nothing. Neutral logic. I simply express it. Oh, okay. That is you are. Then I put the wrong logic. You are the cause of my suffering. You see? And that is why I go for a vodka. From one pleasure, one pain to another pain is hidden. The people whom you talk, the people who you counsel, who coach you, is already living into that state. How he can help you to reach to that state of peace and happiness? Answer is big no. But you step into another pleasure. For example, after the divorce, again you suffer. Find out. The purpose of this program every 2 times a week is a journey of the self-discovery to help you to dismantle all the numbers except one, because one cannot be eliminated. You have to find the answer to yourself, that why I prefer immediate pleasure over self-discovery. You have to find the answer. You have to put it logically. I'm not saying put it emotionally. No, put it logically by observation of the facts. Give you a hint, what is comfortable and familiar. Mind says this is where I get happiness. But what is comfortable and familiar may not be happiness. I'm not applying the wisdom. I'm not questioning it. How my mind is working? Mind of a child. What do you mean? You have a child and you say, here is a candy bar and here is a book to learn the alphabets. What he will choose. We are choosing the same thing. We don't apply the wisdom. Child cannot apply the wisdom, but we can. After learning, the mind is conditioned. In our country also, we talk about mind is seeking an instant gratification. From there, the word has come. What is the phrase has come? Delayed gratification. It does not say that you have to kill it. Delayed gratification so that you will be able to contemplate and reflect. All those principles are coming from here. So, what are the consequences of ignoring the self discovery? We already understood that part. Moth. Take an example. We all are moths, including this guy also. We all are moths. How can do you see that? That is the wisdom we are talking about. And I started this with a few sessions before, a leaky boat. leaky boat. And then find out what role the mind can play. It means my mind has a choice because I'm self aware. I can make a choice. I told you, tiger cannot make a choice. Tiger kills the deer, and you go there, tiger. You are immoral. You are a very violent person. Tiger says, let me kill you first, and then I will tell you. I gave an example. I'm self aware. The mind gives the choice. The teacher helps you by metaphors, by examples, by facts, by observation. Can you make a choice? That light of awareness kindles in you. And then you see, oh, my. Then what happens? The moment you live into that awareness, your suffering simply drops. When? There and then. That is the concept and the practice of mindfulness and meditation. Why? That is why we say transcending the mind. What it means, good and bad, I leave both. Do I have that courage to leave both? I enter into choiceless awareness. I've already explained you. Internally, not externally. But why? If I do it externally, I'm a doer. When I'm a doer, the enjoyer is behind. But that enjoyer, which is seeking a pleasure, will turn into a pain inside. It's an inner journey. Did you get it? Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. Ah, we will continue. We will understand that little deeper. Eyes are closed, my friends, and what? Place with awareness. I'm guiding seekers, great seekers. So I'm not guiding, so I have not to explain in detail. But still, if we are not there, God will take care of us then. So if you're asking what is God, obviously you are on a journey. But if you say, okay, you don't want to teach me, that is also okay. So place, position, posture, being comfortable. Did you get it? Lately, I say change the direction of the mind. You are consciously aware that you have changed the direction of the mind. From where? From where? Good and bad both. From the soulmate and soulmate both. You are evolving your mind. Oh, is that so? Not only so, you are already free. That is another level of being comfort, being carefree. Why? Because you have already seen it is separate. Why it is separate? That is the question we will answer later. Number 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is what you're saying. And then we just flow of the breath. Beware the flow of the breath. With that awareness of the flow of the breath, this is a Eastern wisdom vodka that you are taking. You are aware of the flow of the breath. With that vodka, you are seeing the first neighbor is separate from me. A physical vodka, you take it, then you'll say, what I will do in the world, and I'll find someone else, and etc. And long list and wrong reasoning. Are you getting it? It's all a matter of wisdom. Two wings. Second neighbor, physical body. You're already freezing the body with vodka. You are freezing the body with the vodka of the Eastern wisdom. There is a big difference between the two. I'm just trying to make you recognize and realize. The third is the prana, the energy, third neighbor. Goal of this step is to see that they are separate. They are separate. They all are too far. Moth realizes that light is too far. No, I'm not going there. Fourth neighbor is the mind. There, all the dualities takes birth, which I speak as a knowledge. But whether the knowledge of the duality is real or not, I never question this. And it creates a delusion. And the fifth neighbor is the I thought, and sixth neighbor is the ignorance. Oh, they all are neighbors. Neighbor is always separate from me. Then who am I? Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. All are seekers. You know what you need to reflect inside you. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. What to do? I fall into sleep. Sleep, dream, and waking state. Three, digit number three. Sarvesham, Sarvesham, Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham, Purnam Bhavatu. May there be completeness in Ome. Sarvesham, Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarvesham, Mangalam Bhavatu. Can you perceive when there is a uniformity, wholeness, peace, happiness, auspiciousness is there. It is uniformity is there, if I'm using the word correctly. When there is a uniformity, where is the problem? But problem is located in millions of the impressions they evoke, they trigger. Look deep inside the forehead, in the space, in the state of the stillness. Tamoguna, three gunas. I'm just pointing you out. And then you start breathing long, deep, in the hissing into your belly. Both you remember. How do you consciously keep your mind on the belly? You become aware, belly becomes a balloon during inhalation, and it squeezes inside during exhalation. Om Shanti continues, stillness in the body continues. Continue breathing long, deep in the hissing breath into the belly. Om Shanti, stillness in the body. You're aware. So basically, you're working on the mind. Mind stops working. That's an active step, obviously. I made it very clear. Continue with that. Here, breathing long, deep in the hissing breath, in the state of the stillness in the body, dropping Om Shanti deep inside the forehead in the space. You see, and you are also checking your mind. Is the mind reacting to the practice, or it wants you to stop it, or it distracts you so that you know on a given day, today my mind behaved like this, and there is a pressure from those millions of impressions. So we understand it clearly, right? Reasoning, not wrong, not neutral. And stop it. Pay attention to the flow of the breath. Pay attention to the flow of the breath, equal or unequal. You continue to be aware. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. We'll go for a vertical movement of the mind. That is what we say the nyasa. You start breathing deep, silent and slowly, gently, moving the mind along the spine from the top of the head to the tailbone, dropping Om mentally. Mentally, you're saying it loudly, Om Shanti. During exhalation, the mind is moving from the tailbone to the top of center of the head. So mind is moving. Shanti is there, spine is there, just a shift in awareness. Not only it is symbolic, but it is also an active step. So active step brings some changes in the mind. Mind recognizes that the lower states of the consciousness are enemies. It is a part of the ignorance and the delusion. The tailbone, the number 10, like this. And number one is the top of the head. I'm just metaphorically, I'm just making you recognize that. And now leave it. Start dropping Om Shanti on the 16 segments of your fingers. You already know it. And now, looking inside the heart, visualize the triangle, moving the mind on the triangle to find if the mind is sinking with Om Shanti on each side of a triangle. You already know it. And when you discover it is thinking, push the mind with a long chanting mentally Om, as if Om is pushing the mind. Om is also done, mind is also done. And Shanti, self absorption. You stay there into that state. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences. Now, how are you, Samir?
Sir, meditation was very good. and body was different, eyes were different, ears were different, thoughts were
Yeah,
different.
very good.
Every I was looking at all the things.
Beautiful. Yeah, these eyes and body will remain the same, but my perception undergoes a change. And that, what is that perception? It is awareness, it is consciousness, it is knowledge. Beautifully said. How are you, Dennis?
Thank you. Very peaceful, joyful, and detached state at the end of the meditation, like all the thoughts and feelings and impressions are at a distance and are not affecting me, not interfering with me. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes. Oneness. How are you, David and Jerry?
Uh, Thank you. The meditation is very deep, very quiet, peaceful. As far as the lesson, it's just honing that knowledge, applying it, learning, applying, learning. Okay. Got feedback. Just got feedback.
Good.
Is the honing of that knowledge, knowledge to the wisdom, and then delayed gratification. Thank you.
Yes. 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 I tried to bring the comparison and many phrases which is used in this part of the world. So now you see that we live into that so-called delayed gratification. So what is that state of the mind? That mind does not trigger me to act, to become the doer, so I cannot become the enjoyer. So I'm transcending the pain and the pleasure, the dualities, and done. That is what happens. Beautifully said. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Very good. We still have feedback. A little reverberation.
Maybe I think someone. No, 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 no. Ah, so, okay. So now, yes.
Okay. With you. Anyways, the meditation was very deep. But the mind went to a metaphor of the consciousness being a vessel, the vessel that is safe and secure, that whole complete vessel, and then looking at the outside world, everything separate, and seeing where the leaky boats are there. And the realization that there'll always be leaky boats out there, whether it's our health or our honey or our career or whatever it is. And that separation allows us that opportunity to prioritize, kind of like the triage nurse when the emergencies come in. And because with the vessel, if we're rooted there, then we can deal with anything that happens. But there's always going to be leaky boats.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. I will extend this metaphor a little in another direction also. Look at the ocean. We have the whales, we have the shark, we have also the small fish, we have the plants, we have the gold, and everything is there. That ocean remains untouched with everything. So if you take the ocean as a vessel, that ocean sustains everyone and still remains untouched. That is number one. That is what the absolute existence, consciousness, and bliss. So everything lives into it. Yes, it lives into it and still untouched. Beautifully said, Jerry. Thank you. How are you, Brandy?
I'm good, thank you. I had a thought during the meditation, and it was kind of like an answer to the question you posed when the kid with the candy bar in the book. I think, our human ancestors evolved to keep the body alive, to respond to the sweetness, right? To respond to something that was pleasing straight away. And somehow we just got a little crazy with that. We lost sight of who we really are and what our focus needs to be, so like we're hyper focused, and we don't even need it for survival anymore. I mean, we have abundance.
That is very important point. That is a right reasoning. So Eastern wisdom says that, I'm craving now. Do I really need it now? No, I don't need it. So who can tell me? It is my intellect. Can the child intellect can tell? No, because they have an animal mind. So when I can make a choice, I don't make a choice. And that is causing the problem. That is what the moth does. I've been repeating the example of a moth. So every day we have to remember that, am I a moth or not? So, so that will help. Do you want to say anything more? That's beautifully said.
I don't think so. Thanks.
Beautiful. Yes, we have to apply that. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. I had a sort of thought about the outside world and the pleasure seeking. The importance of all that is just keeps moving down, 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 and that it's really only functioning to serve as a way for us to come back to the real self.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
That is how, when you share the experiences, I can pick up, that's really good. So everyone is sharing your experiences through those metaphors. Yes, that is another way to go down, down, down. So ultimately you reach at the surface, reach at the core. What is that? Core is consciousness. What is that core? Core. I'm just, yes. So that's another way to put it. So you're going deeper and deeper and deeper. Beautifully said. How are you, Terry?
I had awareness of many, the full, so many thoughts, things that I can't say.
It's good, but I want to share. You need not to worry. Even you see my body, my sense organ, including my mind, is unable to express in the form of a thought. At the same time, I still have that knowledge and the wisdom. My instruments may not be capable enough. Sometimes you have a lot of cough and congestion. You cannot speak, but the knowledge still lies inside. That knowledge is coming from the consciousness. That is very important. And that is number one. The rest are from number 2 to number 8 or 10. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर जैसे लगता है कि बाहर जो प्लेजर्स हैं वो तो अनंत हैं, कोई अंत ही नहीं है, तो सिर्फ मन का डिसिप्लिन है कि उसको रोकना ही है कि तेरी यही लिमिटेशन है, तुझे यहीं रहना है.
Yes. What she is saying, that there are millions of pleasures outside. And that creates the duality and division. And that is what I lose my awareness. And when I lose my awareness, then I'm getting carried away by illusion and attachment and enemies. Beautifully. How are you, Ashok?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, good. Meditation was good, and I am fine. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to share the picture. I loved it. So just, I know that from where I have to share. Do you see the picture? He has also become a guru. Very humble. You see, it comes to your mind on its own. You see that, he's so I'm still living in an unorganized sector. Means, I did not create any format and program. Oh, no, you are my student. No, it is not required. Let everything happen by itself. That is all. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste to
Thank you,
everyone.
sir.
Namaste to everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.